is it? What's wrong?
I was hoping you could tell me.
He's alive. He lost an arm, 2 legs, and 1 eye, but he's alive.
I'm not sure he'd want to live if he can't be the man he was.
What if he could be more than the man he was? We have the technology to rebuild him. I want it done no matter what the cost.
He's the man. $6 million man. He's the man. $6 million man. Catch him if you can, beat him if you can, love him if you can. Now he's the $6 million man.
G'day and welcome to Retro 70s Kid yet again. Today we have a very special presentation. I'm doing my childhood $6 Million Man and Bionic Woman doll from Kenner. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for their likes and comments I've been getting recently. They've been very nice. And I'd like to do a shout out of some subscribers that I sold some Bratz dolls to recently, and lovely mother and daughter, who is Rachel and Aria. So hi Rachel and Aria, thank you for watching. And on with the show. Now, $6 Million Man, Bionic Woman from 1975. Oh, by the way, this theme song, which was from the 3rd or 4th season, was sung by Dusty Springfield. A little bit of volume. Everyone? Oh, it doesn't matter. Thank you. Yeah. So, it was made from a book called Cyborg, and that was going to be the original name for the series, but they changed it, of course, to the $6 Million Man. And Kenner released an amazing range of toys to come out with this product, and it was actually one of the biggest selling action figure lines of all time. So, first of all, this is my $6 Million Man original doll I got probably for Christmas 1975. His arm doesn't work anymore, so I'm going to move on to this one. Oh, first of all, there was, besides the toys, there was a heap of other merchandise that came along with it. Like I've got here, there were novelizations, all different sorts of books, activity books, coloring books. This is a $6 Million Man annual from 1977. They brought out these sort of things for all sorts of different TV shows, but this is just my lot. And of course, DVDs, and I've got a clock I just got off eBay, which wasn't from then, but it was, someone's made it, but it was pretty cool. And I've got some cards, which I'm going to open up later on, which aren't back on the time that they're modern, but I got them a few years ago, but I'll do that later. Back to the doll, action figure. Sorry. He looks so much like Lee Majors, it's ridiculous. Look at this. It looks so much like him, which was very, very rare to have an actual celebrity doll look like the actual celebrity. But this is him. He's got his bionic eye, which if you look through this little hole in the back, it brings everything up close. Well, no, it actually makes it look really, really far away. But that's that. And if you bend his head to the side, put his engine block in. I wish I had some bionic sound effects. I don't. See, it still works. It's so cool. He's got a button on the back. You turn his head, it releases. Now the other thing, which was great, with his, push his sleeve up, and you can see his bionics, which do come out when you buy used ones at Digitoy fairs or car boots, whatever, if you're lucky enough to find them. They're usually always missing, but I'm lucky enough to have them. And there was a rubber skin that rolled down to cover it up, but they all perished. All of them, every single one perished on the face of the earth. They're gone. But you can buy replacement ones, which I couldn't bother to do because they're just going to perish again. So he's skinless. He's got nothing on, no bionics on the legs, but I do have. Is this the right order? Yeah. Sorry. He's got, they released critical assignment arms and legs, which I'm lucky enough to have still in the boxes. The legs are on here. He's got one arm. The legs here. Now, one of them's an exploding leg. Can you close up on that? Oh. Work. Oh, now it's not going to work. Oh, there we go. That'd take an eye out. And see, so you've got all these raw bionics, which is awesome. And at this side, up here you've got bionics which can be taken out with this repair station, which I'm going to get to. And this, oh no. Sorry, I should have brought my tweezers. Oh, it's on a string or an electric cable, and it's a thing you can take them out with. See the little bionic parts? So they're the critical assignment legs, still working, nice to see. And then the arms, they're the critical assignment arms. You've got 3 different ones to choose from. You have a laser beam, what's that? Oh, it's a compartment that holds a laser gun, and that is a face mask, a gas mask for gas. Now, the thing with these, still got the instructions in there. This is an example of the skin that was over all of the arms, and it's gone hard and brittle, and it's just awful. So that can be picked off. See that? Mamacita, the floor needs vacuuming. And yeah, and you put a AA battery in it, and you pull his hand back, and the light should come on, but of course it doesn't anymore. And it was like a laser beam. This is the, excuse me. There's a rubber gas mask here, but it's, because it's so old, it's turned into a solid lump. So I'm going to leave that in there. And the other one shows you what a bit of age does to some plastic. That's one of the, it's the other arm with the laser gun. It just discolored, as it all discolored, and that just kind of exploded one day. It just was so brittle. But I can't remember. This is another one. I don't even know where it came from, but I've got a replacement one with the, oh, it's another gas mask. So that's cool. At least I've still got 3 arms, and that's got all the bionics sort of on it and clear. And this one here and that one is actually, I think it's the second release. See how his modules are missing? But he's got a some sort of a bionic grip. And I don't know. But he should have a bionic grip anyway, he's bionic. But this is some sort of gripping hand. And yes, I've got 2 of them. I've forgotten the actual proper name of him. So that's the critical assignment legs and arms. Still in their boxes. And also I have one rainy day where I used to holiday down the south coast as a kid in the 70s, a lovely little fishing community called Bermagui, right on the water, and my auntie and uncle had a lovely house, beautiful view overlooking the sea. And Auntie Des was an incredible seamstress sewer, and she got the tracksuit, used it as a pattern, and she made all these incredible clothes. That's what he's dressed in, missing a shoe, but she made this incredible Hawaiian shirt for him with jeans.
What a talented woman.
She was amazing. She's not with us anymore, unfortunately, but I still have this, and I love them all very much because she spent so much time making them for me. And I still have them, Auntie Des.
Oh, rest in peace, Auntie.
Yes. And down here, this is like a 70s leisure suit. that she made, which fits in beautifully. This is like kind of tracksuit pants and a singlet, which is, she even did the hole in the back for the button. And another beautiful jacket. And this was a beach set. A towel. Sorry, audience.
Oh, that's amazing.
I have a lovely studio audience this evening. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
And shorts and another tank top.
Wow.
Tank tops are really big in the 70s
Yeah.
for men. And another pair of cute white shorts.
She made all of those.
She made all of them. And look at the 70s
I love
design.
that. That is so funky.
Like,
Love it.
and this was an old shirt she made these out of, so maybe it was from the late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah.
So, and this one, it's like a Chinese sort of pullover shirt, which really looks good on him.
That's sweet.
But that's my homage to Auntie Des, all those beautiful clothes she made me. And my next thing, did I say that the show was aired from 1974 to 1978? So it had a pretty good run. And sorry, I just have to refer to my notes here for a sec. And of course, they did the spin-off of The Bionic Woman. She appeared in a couple of episodes, and it was only supposed to be a one-off thing, but the ratings were so big, she got her own show, Lindsay Wagner, who I have met. I have to show you a photo. Mamacita, have you? This is when I met Lindsay at Supernova a few years ago now.
What a handsome photo.
Oh, thank you. But you love that jacket. This jacket is, I bought that for my 21st birthday
Oh, did you?
in 1987, and I still have it.
Wow.
Yeah, I still wear it sometimes.
No, it's lovely.
and this is my autographed. That's my autographed photo of Lindsay.
Wow, lucky man.
See? She loves me.
We love you.
She
too.
was so wonderful, so lovely, so nice. Do you need to get a close-up of that at all? Or is it right? That's not what she looks like now, of course. That's what she looks like. But she was just so nice, so open. And I didn't really ask her any questions because I knew everything. So, but I actually asked her about her mind, body, and spirit sideline that she does. And she does, what do you call them?
Conferences?
Yeah, and
Retreats?
Retreats, thank you. And that sort of thing. And look her up. What is it called online? Lindsay Wagner. Look up Lindsay Wagner and it'll take you to her thing anyway.
Awesome.
Now these here, now is that reflecting? No, okay. These are advertisements. I got them off eBay a few years ago, but they're advertisements somebody's done and transferred them onto tin. So I think this is a comic book cover and that's an advertisement for the toy.
They can't disintegrate, can they? You know?
Well, that's the
That's the
idea.
idea.
I'm just going to show the audience.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, that's a great bit of memorabilia.
Isn't it? So those also I had to show you. Now the Bionic Repair Station was an amazing toy. Kenner always did toys that transformed and had other things, and so you had hours and hours of play with them. It even transferred. Excuse me, just for a moment. Yes, hello, caller. What does the OSI stand for? I can actually tell you, it stands for... Sorry. Office of Scientific Intelligence. Does that answer your question? Yes, the government agency. That's who he worked for after he had the accident. Oh, which I haven't spoken about. Okay then. Thank you. Bye-bye. That's my new phone from the 60s and 70s.
Funky.
And now, what I didn't even tell you, which everybody knows, I know, but he was a astronaut and flight test pilot, and he was up in a rocket thing testing a spaceship rocket thing, and of course it crashed out of the sky, and he nearly died. He lost both legs, his right arm and his right eye. So that's what I should have said in the very beginning. So that's why he had the accident. Just cut that bit of. These two Jamies I got just at vintage toy fairs. No. One of these I got in the 90s from an antique store, and then one I got at a vintage toy fair several years ago. And then I happened to come across this. Beautiful brand, well, it wasn't brand new, it's been opened, but a Jaime Sommers in the box. Now, unfortunately, it's exactly the same as these two, and I did want the one in the tracksuit, probably know the one I'm talking about, with the white top and the stripes, but still haven't come across it, so I got this, and it's autographed as well, but it says to Jason, and my name's not Jason, but the story behind this is, when I was standing in line at Supernova, there was a guy in front of me that is a seller, sells toys and vintage toys, collectibles on the southeast Queensland, and he was in front of me and he had this to sign because he wanted to resell it, and he had a few other things to sign, and so she asked him his name and she wrote it on it, which is what he didn't want because he didn't want to keep it. So he actually ended up keeping this for 2 or 3 years, no, about 2 years, and he had it out on his table to sell, but no one ever wanted it because it wasn't their name. So one day I beat him down in price and I got it. So I was very happy, because when Mum threw out my $6 million man box, I was devastated. I used to she threw it out one day and I was so peed off. But I do have, what I didn't have with those ones, I do have the Mission purse.
Oh, look at her.
So she's pretty much unplayed with. I've got to fix her hair. But look, her hair's still pretty much
I love her suit.
as it was, a brand new jumpsuit with 70s cloggy sandally things. And she's got, this is the skin, but it had, look, oh my God, it's still kind of working.
Sorry, question.
Yes,
What year is that?
1976 was the Bionic Woman.
Okay, thank you.
So her show came out in 76 and that's when the toys followed. Okay. But I didn't have one of these back then because I didn't have girl dolls, but I got these as an adult. So
action figures.
yes, and she's got because she had a parachute accident. Somehow she destroyed her ear canal in a parachute accident. But that's the bionic sound, click click click, and that's the hole in her head because Lindsay had a big hole in her right side of her head. And but under their skin, she's got the modules, and unlike the $6 million man. Oh, Jamie, I can't get them up any further. I thought oh yes. She's got little modules in the side here. Sorry.
Ooh. Sexy.
Bionic modules. So, and she came with, they didn't really aim her at action like $6 Million Man. They gave her a whole heap of fashion sets. She did come with better stuff than Steve Austin, however. Sorry, I have to read this. She came with a beautiful 2-story carriage house, bionic beauty salon, a classroom, a styling head, of course lunchboxes and miscellaneous, a sports car that she could swivel out on, and because the brakes went and she could stop it with her feet, like there's an episode where she stops, she's in a car, it's going down a hill and the brakes fail and she stops it with her feet. You can get the sports car for that. The dome house, an inflatable dome house, which is very rare. Bubble bath and shower for when she gets the bionic sweats. And she even had a Max the Bionic Dog. Do you remember Max the Bionic Dog in a few episodes? He had 4 bionic dog legs and a bionic jaw.
Was he a German Shepherd?
He was a German Shepherd. Thank you, Sel. You remember? I didn't think you were that old.
Oh. Thanks, guys.
And yeah, so there was a Max the Bionic Dog release, which didn't actually do anything. It was just a plastic German Shepherd. But still, it would have been nice to have that. So now she came with, I know this is going longer, Mamacita, I'm sorry. her mission purse has, I haven't, where is it? Where is it all? Oh, it's in the box. Oh, that's this, okay. Maybe I should, sorry, it's got the, well, what do you know? It's the booklet that's got all the fashion sets I just spoke about. That's the Bionic Beauty Salon. There's some of the fashion sets you could get. Yep. Oh, God, why do I destroy things? I always destroy things on camera.
Oh.
I just pull it apart.
Yeah.
And, there's some of the $6 million mans you could get as well. Because he had different adventure outfits and stuff as well. So that's that. I can join the Bionic Woman fan club. I might do that actually. And see what it gets me. And that's her brush. Oh, I know, 20 minutes. That's her brush and makeup set. And she's got, these are, I haven't even stamped them out yet. They're purses that hold her maps and her money and all this stuff. It's so cool. What was I finishing up with? This, I've still got to do this. The Bionic Transport and Repair Station was so cool. Now there's another Steve Austin in here. He's got no arms, but he's just in the astronaut's outfit kind of, just to display in this. But this transforms from a rocket ship into an incredible Bionic Transport Repair Station. So I'm going to do that right now. The Bionic Transport and Repair Station. This is what the rocket transforms into. It's an amazing toy. I think it won awards. But this is his repair station. There's lots of different gadgets. Of course, it folds out onto the operating table with the oxygen and computers. This is an X-ray. Now you can't see, but this is glow in the dark, and you can turn this knob and you can see his face and his chest and his arm and his legs. And that's the X-ray there. There's a little button here for the, what's this called? What's it called? The something dish. The dish moves. A satellite dish?
Satellite.
There, that'll do. That moves.
Satellite.
And up here you've got different, you turn these buttons and it says different things to do. You turn this and again it says different things. I don't know if you can get that, but yeah, it turns all that. This is a magnifying glass which you can take out of the way and you can look into his bionic eye. And all these different cords, which are feeling a little bit sticky now over the years, they go into his bionics. They easily go into the bionic modules. Oh! Let's try another one. Oh, that one even. But you get the idea. And you can stick those in his bionic modules and everything. And the other one actually, I should have put the other one on here with the other arms, the arms and the critical assignment legs. But that's that. Ours are fun. The Bionic Woman actually had like a Bionic Beauty Salon kind of similar setup, but different colours and stuff. So that's that. Now, during the time there was a lot of competition that came out because this was such a big selling line for Kenner. And one of the copies is Pulsar. He's an amazing figure. He's from Mettel, came out about the same, a bit after the first $6 Million Man. And there's no backstory, but his gimmick was he had, and I emphasize had, a chest cavity that with a button on the back that you pressed, it pumped blood all throughout his organs, which was quite amazing. But I think just like the skin on the bionic arm, they've all dried up and ceased to exist because there were rubber tubing and everything inside it. And also his face, his head opens up to, there's a mission disc in there and like a brain.
It's incredible.
So, and he came with some sort of a bigger freestanding kind of similar thing to this as well. Playset, which you can never get. But he's an amazing looking silver fox. He's an older man with grey hair. Look at those thighs. Look at those thighs. He's got an amazing physique. He could crack walnuts with those legs if he could get them together. So yeah, he's made out of the same stuff. He's a similar height, and that's Pulsar. I thought he was worth mentioning. Now, also, there were, after the show finished in '78, in the '80s, they did some reunion movies, and there were 3 of them, and this is one of them. It's The $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman. I can't see the year, but I think this is the one where, oh no, there was another one called Happily Ever. No, they get married anyway in one of them. So they finally do get married.
Is there any remakes of them?
There is. Yes, there is. The Bionic Woman, thank you, Sal, she had a remake in 2007, I think, which was 1 season only. What is her name? Oh, God, I still can't see with these glasses. She's an English actress, and it was actually a really good modern retelling of the story, I thought. It just didn't take off. But yeah, it was 1 season. If you get a chance to have a look at the new Bionic Woman, have a look, because it's really well done. And they're also, apparently, I don't know if it's a series or a movie, with Mark Wahlberg, the $6 billion man or $1 trillion man or something like that. And that's been in development for a long time. So apparently it was supposed to be out this year, then now next year. So we'll see what happens. So I don't have time to do the cards. I don't think I'll bother. Okay. Alrighty. Well, that's my very special childhood $6 million man and clothes and play sets and everything else. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you, studio audience.
Thank you.
Show them what we're having for supper out on the lanai. We are having cocktails and Tim Tams. Now, I'm dieting, so this is killing me. But for you overseas people, this is an Australian icon. And this is double-coated Tim Tams. I'm touching it. Sorry, whoever's going to eat it. I'm not going to eat it. I'm not going to eat it. You can't see chocolate biscuit and gooey chocolate. I'm not doing an ad for Arnott's. I promise you. It's just, take them away.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mamacita, is supper ready? Is the lanai ready?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Well done.
Good evening. Thank you again. I'll be back very, very soon with something interesting, exciting, and marvellous and fabulous. And good night.
Well done.
Thank you.
Poise, darling, poise.
Mamacita will take you behind the scenes of Retro 70s Kid.
Gorgeous? Now. Just relax. Looking beautiful. Just dandy. Gorgeous.
I agree.
You agree?
Are you filming? I don't want people to see this. I'm just perfecting a naturally flawless complexion.